Syria. No faces, no strongmen, no cult of personality. Syria is quite literally changing the money. They're unveiling brand new banknotes that are designed to break from decades of Assad-era rule and signal a new national identity. Starting on January 1st, Syrians are going to gradually see new bills replacing the old ones, this time featuring lots of flamboyant colors, along with olives, wheat, oranges, and mulberries, Syria's national produce, instead of the face of former dictator Bashar al-Assad or his father, Hafez. The move comes as Syria's economy continues to struggle following a brutal civil war. And the new leadership says that this isn't really about magically fixing inflation. It's about stability. It's about symbolism and restoring trust in the currency. But for more on what this currency overhaul really means for Syria's recovery, we are joined now by Hazem Al-Gabra, former senior advisor at the U.S. State Department. You know, how significant is this move symbolically, removing leaders' faces from the currency in a country that's coming out of decades of authoritarian rule? And it's obviously an interesting choice by the new government not to use Al-Shara's face, for example, on these notes.
A lot to unpack here. I mean, obviously, the new bills are devoid of any symbolism, really, which sends a positive message that the new government is not looking to impose its personality on banknotes and on circulation. And banknotes are important because they do not only affect domestic circulation, but they go overseas and they tell the story of the country.
Mm-hmm.
But that's also the negative side of these bills, where the whole country obviously cannot agree. And modern Syria, let's say it's around 80 years old right now, a bit less, but the country cannot agree on a single symbol for the nation.
Mm-hmm.
And they had to revert to flora and fauna to draw on currency. That tells a very negative story on social disparity in the country, lack of trust among groups, among minorities. There's a lot to unpack because of that choice. And if you let me go into a bit of the technical details as well, it's a bit surprising that the currency was unleashed right now, before electronic transactions become more prevalent and more established in the country. Banknotes cost a lot of money to produce. They're not cheap to produce. And the largest banknote we're looking at here is worth around $4. This smallest one worth a few pennies. I think the new government in Syria is starving for accomplishments at this point, after a year in office. And this is being dubbed as one of the accomplishments, removing the old regime faces from currency.
Mm-hmm.
But this is no stabilization plan. And it's impossible to compare this, for example, to the economic stabilization plan in Israel in the 80s. We cannot compare the two.